This is the Cornermen Radio Live with Barzini and Boxingeye. Let's get into it, man. Jermell Charlo versus Demetrius Andrade. What's your take on this, Boxingeye?
Here's the fight. They both came to 160. There's a storyline there with the Charlo brothers and Andrade. I do believe I would like to see Andrade beat Dervianchenko first. Jermall's got to fight his WBC, title eliminator. We know Canelo Golovkin's going to be tied up. I don't really think Jermall's going to get a shot at a belt anytime soon. So in the meantime, though, give the hardcore boxing fans, that hardcore boxing fan community, everybody that follows boxing, everybody that really, truly loves boxing, this is the fight that makes sense, man. You know, the storyline of it goes way back, and I do believe in 2014, Andrade had a better chance to beat Charlo. He was supposed to fight Jermell, the 154-pounder, but he turned down $300,000, or his dad did, and they bullshit. His promoters talk shit. Oh, his promoters don't do this. Well, his promoters got in that fight, and then his dad, they knew it was a, big payday for, or his best payday to that point, $300,000 to fight Jermell, and then he pulls out like that, And I believe that would have been a great, his whole career could have been different, because I think he would have won that fight. He was the more experienced fighter back then. But now the Charlo brothers, they're seasoned. They've been in the ring against some veterans. They're more accurate. They're punching harder. They're peaking. They're just progressively getting better and better each time out. You see them, they're getting better and better. Demetrius Andrade, you can't say that about. I won't say he's gotten worse, no, but he's gotten older. He's going to be 30 years old this year. Charlo's 27. Andrade just stays stagnant. You know what I mean? And that's what you got to notice as boxing fans. You got to see there's guys that are getting better, and then they're peaking. And then you got guys like Andrade who stay stagnant. And now it's good timing for the Jermall Charlo. Very good timing if he can get the Andrade fight, because I feel like he would beat Andrade. When 4 years ago, I would have leaned towards Andrade 3-4 years ago. So you got to notice that when you make your picks. So I just clearly see Jermall winning, and I feel like that fight, I got my fingers crossed. That fight makes sense this year, 2018. They got to talk about it. After they both win a fight, that fight got to happen. Even at the end of the year, that's a great fight. That'll make 2018 real interesting in the middleweight division, because it's flooded. It's stacked. But these two just came to 160. Like I said, let's make that fight's got to happen, man. What you got?
All right. They're both coming up from 154. Yes, they both didn't fight the best competition at 154. Granted, right? Now, Jermall's toughest competitive fight was on Austin Trout. Demetrius Andrade is 10 times better than Austin Trout. Can we agree?
Yeah, 10 times better? I wouldn't say that.
Not 10 times, literally better, but he's way better than Austin Trout, right?
Yeah, he's a level up. Maybe a level, but we don't know. We saw, because we haven't seen Andrade other than who? Marta Rosa in his best win? A split decision? I mean, who? Like, that's the thing. He hasn't fought anybody. Jack Clay, Alontes Fox. I mean, you can't just
Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson. Yeah, you see he did, but Willie Nelson is like, he was tall, but he's kind of like a tough journeyman, lanky guy. I mean, we just don't know how good. That's the problem. We don't know.
My thing is, all right, that's all I.
We see it. I test. I hear you. I test. I hear you. I test. I hear you. I agree. I test. I see him as better than Trout. I test.
All right, Austin Trout, right, fought Jermall and got Laura. Jermall didn't drop him at all. I can't believe it. Yo, I saw on ESPN when this dude Austin Trout fought Daniel Dawson, and Daniel Dawson dropped Austin Trout twice. Who the fuck is Daniel Dawson?
Nobody.
Lara, who has been known as never been a puncher, who's always in and out, knock his jaw off. How Lara did that to Austin Trout? Canelo dropped Austin Trout, and you telling me Jarrett Hurd stopped Austin Trout? You telling me Jermall, who's a knockout puncher, a knockout artist, couldn't knock out Austin Trout? Now, people want to bring
Are you
out
really? You're holding the Austin Trout?
Wait,
How
hold
come
up.
you're holding this Austin Trout?
So,
go ahead.
Demetrius Andrade, right? They want to say Jermell pulled out in the Jermell fight December 13th of 2014. Right? Yes, he pulled out for $300,000. He said he wanted more. He said, I'll fight him in spring. Right? They negotiate a fight for spring. Nobody talks about Jermell pulling out of that fight. The contract was already done. Demetrius Andrade was already signed into the contract. Nobody brings that up in 2015. In April or March. Nobody brings that up. Right? Yes, he pulled out one time. But, how many times you have been in the streets or in school and you see two guys willing to fight each other, and then they found out by the other guy and said, you don't want to fuck with this guy because this guy is dangerous, dog. Like, he will kill you. He beat you the fuck up. And I think Jermell heard all the stories about Demetrius Andrade and said, fuck out of here. I don't want to fight this dude. I think he thought like somebody came to him and said, bro, you don't want to fight this dude. Yes, he was willing because he didn't know who the fuck he was. He didn't know who he was. So when they found out who the fuck he really was, they was like, I do not want to fight this dude. This dude, Demetrius Andrade, has come to their press conference. Not once, not twice. Fucking every fight these dudes have, besides the triple header when Jermell fought Lubin. That was the only time Andrade wasn't there. This dude is in the locker room, press conference, interrupting the conversation, he's telling Jermall, I want to fight you. Jermall saying, I'm not a matchmaker, dog. We can fight, but let a hand install, but let the matchmakers make if they say who to fight, then I'll fight the person. Bro, the dude saying to your face, literally in front of everybody. That's embarrassing.
But that's the truth.
Calling you out in front of everybody, in front of your face. You know what I mean? They say people don't say shit when you go to face with the person. Well, he said it in your face. He said it in front of your brother. He said it in front of your family. He said it in front of your team. He said it in front of all of the media, the world on YouTube. They can see that shit. And people go around that situation because of Andrade's bad moves. You can't knock. Yes, he did bad moves. Yes, he has a bad promotion. But these dudes said live on camera, we're not going to fight him. He's not getting $1 out of us. And nobody brings that up.
Can I say one thing?
You can't. You can go back on this, but let me finish my point. Another thing is, how many times people negotiate a fight with someone? How many times Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao negotiated a fight? One person pulled out and said no, they wasn't dictating to the terms, and they move on, they fight somebody else, and then they might reassess and come back to the table and maybe try and make a fight again. How many times they try to make Canelo and Triple G? Like, I don't understand people.
I can explain that to
One
you, though,
incident,
bro. It's
one
so clear.
innocent. This was
Man,
in
it's not innocent. It's nothing
2004.
innocent, bro. This is business. This is not what
But
you
look,
think it is.
well, you're not letting me finish my point.
All right, go ahead,
Dr.
finish,
You
and then
said your point.
I just. No, I didn't finish.
2014.
We didn't talk. Well, you didn't bring up business, but I talked business with you.
2014, right? This is 2018. That cannot be your same excuse. Oh, he pulled out on the first fight when we negotiated a fight. Fuck out of here. How many times niggas pulled out in other fights? Point blank period, they don't want to fight him. They don't want to fight him. It's evident. They said it on camera, bro. It's nothing else there's nothing you can say to me.
I can say right now, because it's not between the fighters, bro. When somebody gets a contract signed, literally had the contract signed, got the venue, doing the whole promotion.
Demetrius Andrade didn't sign the contract. He didn't sign the contract.
No, he didn't sign the contract. No, listen. He didn't sign the contract, but his people did, right? And those are the people he's with. And they went to Al Heyman or whoever was promoting Jermell at the time. It was Golden Boy.
His team agreed. They never signed no contract. That's why
it was Golden. I think it was Golden Boy at the time, right? It's bad business. I hear you. It's 4 years later, though. 4 years later, can he be trusted? I don't know. Like, that's what they think. That's what you think. Like, if we got it all set up, I'm about to make $300,000. You're about to make $300,000. We're gonna have a good fight. You know what I'm saying? This, who knows? Like, we might have a rematch. We're young fighters, but we're making good money. You pulled out. I don't know if I could trust you again, bro. Are you going to sign the fight this time or what? Are you going to sign the fight? Are you going to agree to the fight this time? Is your dad going to pull you out the fight? Is your dad going to pull you out the fight this time? You're almost 30 years old, bro. So, I mean, Jermall's going to give him a chance. If he wins against Dervianchenko, Jermall wins. Jermall ain't going to fight no Canelo or Golovkin anytime soon. At that WBC title eliminated is some bullshit. I don't see him, if Canelo wins, and probably, who knows? I'd love to see Canelo, Jermall. But I think if anything, I think Jermall would give him, I think they would be able to do business now because Jermall is with Al Heyman. He's not with Golden Boy anymore. I think they could work that out and get another chance.
Andrade signed a 3-fight deal with HBO.
That's what I'm saying. Whatever it is, if it's at the end of the year or whatever, let him finish. He's going to get his second fight, like you're saying, hopefully against Dervianchenko. That's not going to be an easy one. He might not even win that fight. We'll find out. But bad business is bad business, bro. It's just is what it is.
Well, I granted that he did a bad move on that first step. But at the end of the day, these guys are not risking their undefeated records against $300K. Charlo's and them, that's how much they get paid on a normal basis. What is the highest payday? One of them made $500,000? That's the highest pay they got?
2014, they weren't even, these guys weren't even, they couldn't.
But I understand what you're saying. Remember, he got offered millions with Rock Nation, Demetrius Andrade, but he couldn't get out his contract. That's why Star Banner and Star Promotions and Banner Promotions sue Rock Nation for millions of dollars because they were going to take their fighter away from them.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. And you think, but look at it like this.
They offered him Matt Kovalev before Andy Lee fight Matt Kovalev for that title, for the WBO title. They offered Andrade for $500K. People forget that. That was more money.
No, I'm saying that's what he wants. His team believes they can get him a Canelo shot at some point eventually. In Jermell Charlo, that fight is still only $300,000. I mean, how much that fight is a hardcore fans fight. People that watch boxing casually, they only know Canelo, Golovkin, and Jacobs in the middleweight division. Us hardcore boxing fans are like, yo, the division is fucking stacked. But they never heard of Jermall yet. They never heard of Andrade yet. They haven't heard of Billy Joe Saunders unless you're from the UK. The whole division, you can keep going down, is stacked. So that fight still doesn't generate any money. But still, it's a fight that's necessary. Like, yo, one of you guys got to come out winning that fight, and one of you guys going to be a star and make the money against guys like Canelo. You can't just keep ducking and dodging each other. I'm not blaming it on anybody, but at the same time, like, yo, you guys have to – it's a come-up, and you got to fight each other. One's got to go. $300,000 is what it is. I mean, it's not going to be any more than that. You can't make Jermall versus Andrade, and they both get – they can't even make that fight close to $1 million. I think Jermall would get like $300,000. Andrade can get like $300,000 too, and that's the maximum. And I don't, you know what I mean? That's just my opinion. So you're probably right. You're probably right that fight doesn't happen. You're probably right that fight doesn't happen. Because they don't want to take this one.
And my thing about Jermall and Demetrius Andrade, right? They will never get Canelo. They're never going to get Triple G. Bro, I don't see it. De La Hoya, if De La Hoya,
they got a long boxing
and
life.
Canelo lose, if Canelo and De La Hoya, if Canelo lose, the company is over. You think De La Hoya is gonna make another risk? And if Canelo wins, if Canelo wins. Also,
not over.
You think they're going to put him against Jermell Charlo, an out-of-human fighter who they've been suing for $300 million?
Bro, that's so untrue.
Twice?
That's untrue. Look how many times Oscar De La Hoya lost in his career and had pay-per-views. He's like 50 Cent in rapping. He fought everybody, battled him. He's not. If they lost, if Canelo loses to Andrade, it'll be close.
I'm saying is Canelo is not going to risk, and De La Hoya is not going to risk their company. Because look at Golden Boy. Lemieux just lost in Montreal, Canada. Who they got? Who De La Hoya got besides Canelo?
What are you talking?
Let's be real.
Let's be real. Then.
No, we're talking about companies.
All right, you asked me a question. Listen, I'm not thinking the way you think that. I'm thinking differently. I'm thinking, yo, Oscar's thinking, Canelo's in the middleweight division. There's a lot of fighters and a lot of these fans that'll pay pay-per-view to watch Canelo versus Jermall, to watch Canelo versus Andrade, to watch Canelo versus Billy Joe. And listen, Canelo's not going to win all those fights, but fuck it. He'll do what I did. I'm Oscar De La Hoya. I fought against them all.
How
Tito,
can Jermall
Bernard,
and Canelo
How can Jermall, you win some, you lose some. But you make mad money on pay-per-view.
And Jermall
Ask Oscar De La Hoya. He had that blueprint. Huh?
Canelo and Jermall sell, and Jermall has never been the main event. How?
I never said now. I'm talking about boxing is a long life. Could be 2019.
Bro,
it could be 2020. But who's going anywhere? They're both going to be at middleweight, right, for a couple of years. They're both going to keep winning.
Canelo is not fighting no Jermall. I'm just telling you the truth.
Wow. I'm not telling you right now. I'm not telling you this year.
You
got to understand. I'm talking future.
219, Jermall is not getting a fight with Canelo. I'm sorry.
I said
it could be.
You're trying to make me give you a date. I'm just saying it's gonna happen. But it's up to Canelo. Does he want to stay active? He's already made some good money in his career. He probably wants to make money for another 3. He could make some big money 3 to 4 years. There's a lot of people at middleweight. He got to get through Triple G first. But look, he ain't scared of nobody. He just fought fucking Triple G, the boogeyman. He just fought Triple G, fought him fine.
Triple G is not the boogeyman anymore, bro.
Not anymore, but he was. But people, oh my God. Yo, how many people thought that Canelo was not going to duck Triple G till 2019? He fought him, whatever, and it was competitive. I thought Triple G won 7-5.
No,
but whatever.
I was wrong right there. I didn't know he was going to fight him in 2017.
No,
I'm
not saying not only you, a lot of people.
Of course, but at the end of the day, my thing is Canelo is not fighting no Jermell Charlo. I'm sorry, he's not fighting no Demetrius Andrade. Them dudes is like 3 to 5 years. They got to keep winning and beat everybody before we can even talk about these guys. How is It's crazy, bro. Like, these guys are former
Why do you
or
say
world
he wouldn't
champions.
fight? He fought Lara, so why wouldn't he fight?
Bro,
He
that
fought
was
Lara.
when Golden Boy was with Al Heyman. This is not
It
De
don't
La
matter.
Hoya. It's not with Al Heyman. It's not
Hey.
happening.
If any of Al Heyman's fighters got an opportunity to fight Canelo, you know they would say yes.
Tell me a big name fighter besides Floyd and Manny Pacquiao, a big name, not no fucking American, because he's not huge like people think he is. He's not that huge. Let me see Al Heyman work with Bob, with one of their prime number one fighters against
With Bob
or De La Hoya fighters. It's not happening. It's not. It's not, bro.
I mean, they've already worked together for years. Like, I mean, it's not like
on
whatever.
Secondary, low-level fights. It's not number one guys. Canelo is only person that De La Hoya has. Golden Boy is
I said Jermall has to work for that fight. I'm not. You're just taking my words out of context.
How many stars Al Heyman got? Deontay Wilder, Earl
at
Spence,
middleweight, or
Keith Thurman. I'm talking about.
Yeah, what are we? I thought we were
class.
talking about middleweights.
I'm saying, I'm talking about companies. Golden Boy has one fighter, one legitimate star.
And he's solidified already. He fought Triple G. He fought everybody the fans wanted him to fight. So what are you talking about?
I'm saying he's not going.
Don't you watch Oscar De La Hoya's career, right? You watch Oscar De La Hoya's career, right? As a kid, right? It's the same fucking thing,
bro.
Canelo's
not the same
fucking guy.
Thing.
Yes,
it's not the same. We never had Cold Wars.
Easy fight, hard fight.
Wars.
Easy fight, pay-per-view. Easy fight, pay-per-view. But he fights everybody. It don't matter.
Canelo is not going
to.
Come on, you keep talking about Canelo fights everybody. He doesn't fight everybody.
That's because he's only 26 years old. His career is far from over. But at 20, or is he 25?
I'm going off topic. We're going off topic. I'm just saying, in my opinion, Jermell Charlo and Demetrius Andrade will not get Canelo Alvarez. They need to find a new body, find somebody else, fight each other, because they're never getting that guy.
No, they have to work.
I don't
to fight
see right
Canelo.
now.
They have to work.
All
to
they
got
to do is all they got to do is prove me wrong. But
well, they got to fight guys like each other. Is what I was
point,
going back
bro,
and saying.
Because I'm getting off track. I didn't want to debate about the Canelo. I didn't want to debate this long about the Canelo.
But this is one of the best debates in boxing.
Yes, but I'm saying
go ahead, finish your point.
I didn't want to debate. I wanted to talk about Andrade and Charlo. I'm saying is the reasons why I brought up the Canelo situation, because they need to fight each other, because they're not going to get that guy who they're chasing. They're chasing ghosts right now. So they need to fight guys like Daniel Jacobs, or Demetrius Andrade.
I agree.
That's my point. That was my whole point and argument about. I didn't even want to talk about companies. I'm just saying
it's fine.
that they're chasing ghosts.
Just put it as the middleweight debate.
Triple G already said if he beats Canelo, he's fighting one more fight, Billy Joe Saunders, and then he's moving up. They're not getting that guy either if he wins. Matter of fact, Triple G beats Canelo, they might do another fucking rematch.
I hear you. I don't disagree with that. I just like I like where it went. I don't mind. You could just put it. It's
you know
a
what I'm
good
saying?
debate.
And that's my thing is Jermall said live on camera. Again, I have to bring this point. I'm not a matchmaker. I don't make fights, bro. If you really want to fight this dude, you can fight this dude. You know what I'm saying? Andrade wants to get paid, and he wants to be 100%. He don't want to be injured. He wants to be 100% to get what he wants before he fights any fight. He's not going to risk his record because everybody knows most people are tired and done with Andrade. Andrade's my favorite middleweight. I haven't gave up on him. He's my favorite guy. I'm high on Andrade. I think he's the best at middleweight, even though he hasn't proven that he is. But that's my opinion. My opinion is not a fact. It's not a law. It's an opinion of me. So at the end of the day, I know Jermall is never going to fight him. That's
but
why
I will say one fact. Yeah, I hear you. I will say one fact though. HBO has the middleweight division under wraps. They have everybody except for one guy, and that's a big deal.
Jermell Charlo.
Mhm. That's big.
They don't got that one guy. He needs to sign to HBO too. It don't make sense being on Showtime. Like we're seeing Jermall. Jermall is fighting the likes of Centeno and fucking Sebastian.
And who else? Who's going to be next? Who's going to be next if he doesn't go to HBO? That could get ugly for him. Like he has to go. They have to work out deals.
The thing about everything is, I told Fanan International Boxing Channel, y'all can subscribe to his channel. I told Trap House Boxing. I told Boxingeye. Subscribe to their channels, great channels, and all that. But I told him, man, Jermall ain't gonna fight no fucking Andrade. He clearly don't want that smoke. And if he ain't gonna fight Andrade, he has to fight Jacobs after the Centeno fight. It's just pointless. What the fuck is he gonna do else? He cannot keep fighting three bums. He can't. Excuse me, no, not to call Sebastian and Centeno a bum, but they're trash to fight the likes of Jermell Charlo. They shouldn't be in the ring with him. They should be fighting contenders, not Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo should be fighting Daniel Jacobs right now.
But would Danny Jacobs want to fight? Would Jacobs want to fight a guy coming up from 160 who doesn't have any belts?
Same thing with Jacobs' bubble. He's the same thing with the same argument I was saying about Canelo. He's not getting no Triple G. He blew it. He lost. Even though I thought Jacobs won the fight, with Triple G, you might thought Triple G won, but I thought Jacobs won. It don't matter. In black and white, he lost. He lost. The fuck he deserve a rematch for? He lost.
But they at least have to wait for Triple G Canelo to see what happens for them. Because if Triple G Canelo say Triple G Canelo, like you said, it could be a rematch. Triple G could win, Canelo could win, but they got to wait to see what happens. If they realize, hey, I'm not going to get a fight with Triple G or Canelo, then okay. Then your point and your prediction will come true.
That's the best thing. That's the best thing. If these guys would stop, this is the same thing, the problem, what I hate about these fighters. They call out Floyd, they call out Manny, they call out Canelo, they call out the money fights, they call them out, yes. But it's it's sad, but it's delusional to think you're going to get these guys. They're not risking their careers fighting you. They're not. And that's
the middleweight division just got hot. The middleweight division just got hot. We just got Jermall last year into it. We got to wait for it to pan out.
If my thing about these fighters like Jacobs, Andrade, Jermall, if they start being rational, and just really believe, I'm not going to get this guy, so let me get this other guy. if I'm not going to get this guy, I'm going to get this guy. Jermell Charlo and Jacobs, that would make Jermall be a main event, finally.
No, I think Jermall
finally,
would have
Jermall
to take
would
that
be
fight.
a main event.
He
has to take that fight.
Yeah, if that comes on the table, there's no way about it. He has to take the risk for whatever the reward, even if he loses. It's a tough fight because Jacobs is a full-blown middleweight, been at the weight a long time. You see this guy just looking very strong. Him and Billy Joe been at the weight a long time. But I do hear your point. Jermall might have to take that fight because it's like, yo, I don't got another chance. But does Danny take the thing is like, Danny probably thinks, hey, I could beat this guy, but what is it doing for me?
But that's the same thing about Danny. He has to be rational. Look who he's negotiating a fight right now. Gary Sullivan. He's not in the top 10 of nothing.
But that's
he's
because he has to. But Danny's doing the right thing. He still has to wait. He's fighting the guy, staying busy. It makes sense because who knows, bro? You never know what Triple G wins and wants to get that. He might say, "Yo, give me Willie,
bro.
give me
Gary
Billy Joe."
Sullivan, bro. Gary Sullivan, like I said, he's not top 10 nowhere. Why would you go for a guy in the top 15, top 20 in the middleweight division? He's not in I'm not even talking sanctioning bodies if people are thinking that. I'm talking about division rankings, the top 10 best middleweights.
Let's just call it what it is. Let's just call it. I hear you. I agree. What you're going down the lane. I agree with you. But let's just call it what it is, though. We got to be smart. Like if you're a fighter at middle, where's the money at right now? Middleweight division has a lot of money in it. When you got Canelo in the division and you got Triple G in the division,
bro,
you can make some $1 million.
Jermall
You ain't
Charlo
making millions off it.
It's not a selling fight. That's not a selling fight right now. That's not hot.
It's a stellar hardcore
fight,
like I told you. But casually, these people only know Canelo, Golovkin, and Danny because Danny fought him.
But
Jermall and Andrade got to earn the keep in their name. You got Billy
Jermall.
Joe now.
Jermall is the mandatory for Triple G. So if he's already trying to fight Triple G, why not fight the guy who Triple G beat? That don't even make sense.
Billy Joe versus Danny. If Danny and Billy Joe, for whatever reason, they can't get Golovkin, they can't get Canelo in the ring, they're getting frustrated, that's the fight that will be made. They'll fight each other, and that's a money fight.
Gonna fight, but it's never going to happen, bro. How many
you
times?
You can't say all these fights. You think every fight's not going to happen then. Something's going to give.
Not now.
The gates have to open up.
Not this year. Not this
year. But
I'm telling
no one said this
bro,
year. That's boxing the way boxing is, they only fight a couple times a year nowadays. So
bro,
we don't.
You think Jacobs is going to stay at middleweight if he doesn't get the fights he wants? He better fight.
I don't know what Eddie Hearn's going to do with him. I don't know what Eddie Hearn's going to do with him, but I know Eddie Hearn's waiting for a door. He's waiting for a door to open up, whether it's Canelo, whether it's Golovkin, whether it's Billy Joe, but it's one of those three.
Right now. Why not make that fight now?
Ask Eddie Hearn.
That's my thing.
Eddie Hearn, the only one that has
it's
that
not
answer.
About Eddie Hearn, bro. If Jacobs wanted to fight Jermall, he could fight Jermall. Jacobs in a position.
So what is that? How does that benefit Jay? It benefits us, but that's the thing. It benefits us as a fan. This is not boxing. Isn't the benefit.
You know what it benefits
It's to benefit
Jacobs?
fans, but it also benefits their.
Bro,
they're looking at their money first.
Why it will benefit Jacobs? Why it will benefit? Because now he has a hot name on his record. Jacobs hasn't done anything since the Peter Quillen win.
I want the fight as much as you. I want that fight. I want that fight. If you could push, I said I want the Jermall versus Danny Jacobs. I love the fight.
One of them got to fight each other and knock one of them off if they want to get even a chance of fighting Billy or Canelo or Triple G. They got to fight each other before they can get a fight with anyone. Because you fighting Luis Aries, who is not ranked in the division rankings. He wasn't top 10 middleweight nowhere. And you're fighting another not top. I'm saying is, why is Jacobs not fighting a top 10 middleweight? Billy,
I have no idea.
It's only 3 fighters. You're only going to call out Triple G, Canelo, and Billy. They're not the only fighters in the middleweight division. You got Jermell Charlo. You got Demetrius Andrade.
But it's just like what Keith Thurman's doing with Errol Spence. Oh, you got to fight. I want you to fight this guy, that guy. Like, but, you know, it's just that's how they feel.
Peterson
like
is a top 10 welterweight.
If this was
Lamar
a normal,
Peterson
he's
a top 10 welterweight. Kell Brook was a top 10 welterweight.
Nah, but I'm just telling you what Danny's doing. Danny realizes him versus Jermall don't make sense. Jermall versus like what makes real sense would be Jermall versus Andrade. No, listen. No, I'm saying Jermall
if he
Andrade
beats
just
Jermall,
came to 160. That fight makes sense.
Hot again.
Billy Joe versus Daniel Jacobs. They've been at 160 a long time. They've held belts at 160. You know, even though Danny had the WBA regular, him and Billy make sense. And Canelo.
Down. He's turned that fight down.
I hear you. I'm only
so
telling you what makes sense to them.
Why you keep bringing up fighters who keep turning down fights?
You keep bringing up dream matchups. I hope you're right, bro.
I'm not bringing dream matchups. I'm not
Danny's not going to fight Jermall. I believe Danny. If Jermall fought Danny, I do believe I'll have to lead towards Danny in that fight. And I'm big with the Charlo, so I don't think they're going to maneuver to that fight quite yet. Like he's got to get acclimated to the fight in Centeno Juniors for a little bit, and then Andrade will be his first makes sense to be his first big test. You want to throw him in against Danny Jacobs, who's a full-fledged middleweight, who's going 12 rounds with Golovkin.
They threw out J-Rock. They threw in Jerry Hurd. Why is
feed the Lions only.
What? That's what I'm saying. J-Rock didn't have to go and fight Jermall away. They've
been seen the star in Jermall. That's why they've done a great job with the Charlo brothers.
J-Rock, they did a great job with J-Rock. He didn't fight not one contender. Lubin.
No, they did a terrible job with J-Rock.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you said they did a great job.
They protected these fighters. They protected J-Rock. They protected Lubin. And they didn't build them the right way. That's what I'm saying. If you can throw out J-Rock like that.
I said that to J-Rock on the show.
All right, but at the end of the day, that does my saying it. I'm only bringing this topic. Lubin got signed to Lil Wayne, bro. His first fight, he being signed to Lil Wayne. He fights Jermell Charlo.
We gotta see how Lubin bounces back. I know Lubin jumped the gun there, but at least he took a risk.
Saying. So if you can throw Lubin and J-Rock in the Lions Den, they can do Charlo just the same with Jacobs. My thing with Jacobs is, if you want to get hot again, my thing is, if Jacobs want to get hot again, right? If Jacobs wants to get that big fight, that huge fight again, you have to beat the likes of Jermall Charlo. If he doesn't do that, he will not get those guys. At least Jermall Charlo will be his biggest fight right now.
But all I'm saying is, I hear you, but all I'm saying is that's like his fourth, that's like plan A. He's got plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. That's like plan E, bro. That's all I'm saying. But I hear you.
That's not plan B. It's not plan E. You bugging. It's only 3 fighters more popular. It's only 3 fighters more popular than Jermall Charlo.
Eddie Hearn's gonna try to use his negotiating skills.
Can I say my point?
You said it already.
I said there's only 3 fighters. It's Triple G, Canelo, and Billy Joe Saunders. So Plan D will be Jermall Charlo. Who's bigger than Jermall Charlo than them other 3? Andrade's not bigger than Jermall Charlo. Dervianchenko is not bigger than
whatever. If it's plan, that's fine.
So
it's one plan ahead.
D.
It's still a long plan B. You mean plan D?
Plan D. Plan D.
Yeah. All right, and I mean it's still a lot.
So,
that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm trying to tell you though is that Eddie Hearn's going to try to – he's hyping him up. I'm going to use my negotiating skills to get you a fight.
Oh, my God, man. Why you can't – bro, that's the reason why Errol Spence is big as he is today. If Lubin – say if Jermell Charlo never fought Lubin. Lubin would have been the same hyped-up job. Like, he would have been hyped up to being Errol Spence. He would have. He would have been hyped up to being, because nobody wants to fight him. When a guy gets built up and people don't want to fight you, they get built up to being these there's nobody can beat them. They get built up to being these indestructible monsters. To knock them off their high horse is to fight them when they're inexperienced.
Some of these guys are hype jobs.
And that's what Jacobs, if that's what Jacobs needs to do. He lets Jermall build anymore, Jermall might be even more a risk than now. You cannot let these guys get more experience. You get these guys more experience, it's the harder to beat them. If Keith Thurman fought Earl Spence 3-4 years ago, who would you favor?
3-4 years ago, obviously Thurman. But I mean,
all right, now who you favor? Who you favor now?
It's a good fight. It's gonna be a good fight, but I probably lean.
Who you favor?
Maybe
with Spence.
I mean, it's a good style match. I gotta watch the style match.
Jesse Vargas would beat Thurman. You just said Jesse Vargas would beat Thurman. You think Jesse Vargas is better than Spence?
Oh my God! I said Jesse Vargas. I just think that fight is bad timing for Keith. I feel like he should take. He deserves.
Keith Thurman fought Earl Spence right now. Who would you put? Who would you pick? That's all I'm asking you right now. If Keith Thurman came back, his first fight was Earl Spence, who would you favor?
I favor. I mean, what do we? I thought we were talking about middleweights, but it's a good style matchup. I'll probably lean towards Spence.
Then I'm going to bring my point.
I'll probably lean towards Spence.
All right then, that's exactly my point. With the
but I hear you. Your point is funny though, bro. But that's the thing. You're thinking differently. That's why you think Danny Jacobs went to Eddie Hearn, because I've been watching the Charlos' whole fucking career. They've been protected in the beginning. They've been well managed. They've been greatly managed. That's what I was telling Jim.
At least they're not fighting contenders.
They had the same advisor, but one guy or two brothers are being correctly managed and brought up perfectly, beautifully, because guess what? They see stars in them. And when I look at Jermall Charlo and Jermell Charlo, you know who they remind me of? And I'm talking basketball. They remind me of Kobe Bryant. Killer mentality. There's something special in them kids. Why the fuck are you going? I just don't see it. I don't see what you're talking about. And from watching their whole career and seeing how they're managed, they're going to be managed smartly again at middleweight. Trust me. They ain't going to be fat.
They don't need to be built up anymore.
60-pound fighter. He's full-fledged.
They don't need to.
After Centeno, about to be $168.
After Centeno,
Danny could go up and beat. Danny might go up and beat Caleb Truex. For all the fuck we know. We don't know what Eddie Hearn's going to do with him.
Jermall said, I will fight Triple G now. He's the mandatory. Why you think he's the mandatory already? Why? If he is willing to fight Triple G, who beat Jacobs, why wouldn't he fight Jacobs? You're not giving me a rash.
Bro, he ain't going to fight him. Plan A, Canelo or Golovkin. Plan B, Billy Joe Saunders. Plan C, Caleb Truex. He might go to 168 and win a belt. Watch. Yo, I'm telling you, you really are deluded that Jermall. I hope you're right, but I do not see, and I say this out loud, I hope Jermall Charlo takes the Danny Jacobs fight, because that would be a great fight. I just don't see it. You see it? I don't. I'm far from tripping, bro. I've been watching boxing too long.
Yeah.